Well, here we are, the moment of truth after all the hard work that's gone into this engine over the previous few months. Now is the time to start it. So the two key things we need to get this engine running are power and fuel. Those are quite easily set up on the bench. And with that done, the first job is just to power cycle the engine without any fuel running into it, just to get the oil primed through the system up to the rockers. And with that successfully done, there was nothing left to do now but really just give it a go. So we opened the roller shutter doors and moved the engine a bit more outside, hooked it up to a car with some jump leads, and this is what happened.
Keep it going, now!
So there we go, one milestone achieved. We were all very happy. That was really quite a moment. And with that done, we now have to do a little bit of an inspection of the engine, and there was some oil leakage from one of the cylinders. It was running down the air cowling. So that was definitely a case of take the cylinder head off and have a look. And there were two obvious things. It looked very much like the cylinder head had been blown a little bit. You can see there's some witness marks there and also on the cylinder head itself. But more worryingly, there were some witness marks on the crown of the pistons where the valves had been impacting. And that obviously was not good and needed some investigation. And we did solve the problem in the end, which was quite amusing. We had to actually burrow down into the bowels of the engine, and believe it or not, there were no bearings fitted on the conrod. I am not joking. The poor engine was running without any bearings fitted. How that happened is absolutely beyond me, but there we go. If anything, it's a testament to the robustness of this engine. So we fitted some bearings and the problem was solved. That then raised a secondary issue after reassembly, in that we were getting what appeared to be white smoke from the cylinder and the exhaust. And in fact, it wasn't that. We put our hand up and it was cold. It was in fact diesel coming out. So in this case, the engine was now running on one cylinder. The problem was down just to a loose union on the fuel pumps. So we got that nipped up. And another run-up test confirmed that the exhaust was now running hot. Everything was working fine. So the engine is running on two cylinders with a full set of bearings. Happy days. And the last thing to do was to let it run for a while. So we did for half an hour with no problems to report. So a final couple of mods I have done since the engine start were to fit the front mounting plate here for the engine. It's got a hefty bracket, some other metal work here. I've painted up the camshaft and crankshaft gear cover plate. Got a pulley fitted for the alternator and given everything else another lick of paint. which is good. Got an air filter fitted on the top, and I fitted some little blanking plates here, which I made totally unnecessary, but just to cover those up, because these are mounting points for the engine which aren't used in boat installation. And then I've got a shroud here to cover the fan as it's the gearbox as it's fitted on the back. We get to that soon. That's it, it's all done. The next stage will be to fit the gearbox on the back, but that will be a subject of a new playlist when we get the engine box then integrated into the boat. So we're all done. I hope you've enjoyed the series of videos, and I'll catch you all next time. Thanks for watching.